Okay, and we're gonna say got it. We're gonna go boom, 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 boom. Okay, here we go, everybody. So, everybody, we have Lala here from New Orleans. This was my trip to New Orleans last year, everybody. And there's Lala, beautiful Lala. And we've got all the voodoo in the house. Louisiana State Prison is the worst in the country, and that's right in New Orleans area and Louisiana State. So don't think that we're free and we're getting everything and everybody out of jail. But today we're going to have Brady Busby on. Actually, he's not coming again, but I've got a little bit of information about his campaign. And enjoy the show, everybody. And keep in touch with us here at WEEDSDAYS. We are going to be beginning our push for the big concert at Oakland Coliseum. And we're going to start off with a film festival. It's going to be phenomenal and really nice. Paul Stanford's great film. And don't forget NOCO 10. NOCO 10 is coming up in May, and that's in Colorado. Take a break. Come with us. Let's join forces and have a team roll in there. You can find me, you know how, Hemp Hooray. Yeah, everybody, thank you for joining us today. We are incredibly happy to share our back office with you. Let's do a little back office while we're in this zone here, and let's start from here, and I'll show you exactly how it looks because we got a little bit of snafu there. So here we go, everybody. Check this out. It's my pleasure to bring Weeds Day every Wednesday, or as I say, Weeds Day. Don't forget the PayPal, Zelle, and Cash App for Freedom Grow. Here at we are going to be beginning our push for the big concert at Oakland Coliseum, and we're going to start off with a film festival. It's going to be phenomenal and really nice. Paul Stanford's great film, and don't forget NOCO 10. NOCO 10 is coming up in May, and that's in Colorado. Take a break. Actually, April. Let's join forces and have a team roll in there. You can find me, you know how, Hemp Hooray. And today we're going to honor Brady Busby. Busby is my buddy down in Arizona. Arizona is a little bit wompy, like every state. Every state has something different that's wrong with the way that they wrote their initiative. I walked in the initiative in '95, which was the first initiative. Jack gave me $301 bills, everybody. And so Brady, and I $301 bills. I went to Southwest Airlines. I got on board the plane in '95 and went to Sacramento and walked the initiative that made pot legal and or started the whole Megillah for us to end prohibition and get all these states now. There's 38 states, I think, right now that are legal for either medical or recreation or both. And Brady Busby is a 420 candidate. And so experience matters. And we're really excited to honor Brady. He'll be in soon. He just has been busy the last two Weeds Days, and he went to there was an expo in Las Vegas we went to, and he was my second cameraman, and his lady was with us, and we just had a really incredible show. And so it was really great to honor Brady today, and for Congress. We want to get our people in. You know, when I was a kid, I said, hey, we're going to grow up and make the earth green. We're going to have electric cars, and we're going to get our people in as candidates. Well, it means voting properly, voting, period. Just vote your conscience, everybody. And don't forget not to vote. It's your right. And if you don't vote, they say, well, you can't, you can't like complain or kvetch. That's a Yiddish term from Jeff Eichen here. But I don't use the B word, but you can't complain if you don't vote. Well, just do vote, smoke your bong afterwards and celebrate that Brady's on a 420 candidate, and he's been saved, just like most of the people on this show today has a medical usage of marijuana and 420 and cannabis that has helped them, that has saved their lives. And so I'm not telling you that it's a miracle drug. I'm just telling you it does more things than any other plant that I know of. So I'm going to come back to us here and welcome in Rodimus, welcome in everybody to the big bad show we got going here today. And let's see if I can escape this here and get us on. I'm working on it, everybody. There we are. Okay. So it's really beautiful to have you all today. I'm wearing my Medicine Woman shirt here. Medicine Woman is a, let's see if I got the right thing. Medicine Woman is a line of medicine, gummies and things like that we talk about, we want about, we're walking about. We're going to have a mixer here soon for our film presentation, and we're going to have, we don't call it a fundraiser anymore. What was the word we used, Rodimus? Do you remember?
It's right there on the flyer.
No, I didn't put it in that one. That's a
fun blazer.
No, that's a fun blazer. But we came up with another term. I'll find it before the end of the show. But we're gonna mind our P's and Q's with bringing money in and saving it for the 501 that we're going to have as a surrogate, and get the money to the prisoners and their families properly, because we're going to be asking for $10,000 on this night here, and so that's coming up in February, and then in April we're going to have a mini another event right around 420 weekend. Well, right around 420 weekend is when we're going to have this film festival going on, and there's two films, Paul Stanford and Lifer's Madness, the movie, the film I made with Jeff Mazansky, who's in our poster, who's home now. Just think about 21.9 for 2.5 grams in an envelope, his third strike, and he was in. 3 strikes, you're in. In baseball, it's 3 strikes, you're out. So let's slug everybody home, everybody. Let's welcome Jeannie 420 in a bottle. Let's welcome Solo Breezy, Russell, Lala, and Adam with his Red Wings tie-dye shirt on there.
Oh yeah, it's actually a epilepsy thing that they did. So it's got all these epilepsy
puzzle pieces.
I'm sorry, autism. My bad. Autism awareness thing that they did, and it has a big red wing on it. And since I haven't bought Lions gear since I was, of course, I was.
Are the Red Wings Philly?
Detroit.
Oh, okay. Hey, the same deal. Okay, so
yeah, one of the original 6, is what I like to say.
Maybe somebody will come and take me out for thinking Philly was Detroit. So we hope not. Lala has the crystals, and Solo Breezy has our quotes for the day, and Rodimus is going to share the news with you today, everybody. So it's been my pleasure to host this for so long. I'm not retiring. I mean, what is retirement all about, especially when we got a job to do, right, everybody? So you can see my my high school pictures. Can you find me? Where am I? But wear it out, everybody. Look at Adam and Rodimus's background and Genie in a Bottle. And we got Lala with the crystal power today. So the earth matters. The tie-dye matters because it's the colors of the rainbow that are going to make us happy and not just always be in black and white. Even though your host got to meet Ansel Adams and some of the greats in the black and white photography world, and I'm promoting my art on the side here besides my show because it was beautiful, but color matters. And so stay colorful, everybody, so the children can be happy. And they did paint, this is a true story, they did paint a prison cell pink, and everybody was happier in that prison. And I don't know if it's still that way, but they proved that color does matter. But I'm a black and white soul at heart, but it's a little more emotional, everybody, and dramatic. But there's a time and a place for everything. So I'm going to let Lala open up the show and welcome everybody. And Lala, why don't I pin you to the front here? And you give us a card there, Lala. Smoking a little ganji.
WEEDSDAYS, I'm not rules. And blow out some smoke. I got a great 4-card reading for you, because 4 is a great angel number. 4, 4, 4. So let's get this cranking.
Okay.
We're gonna use the familiar deck because we want to think up familiar spirits that could give us aid, giving us questions that we may have regarding our fellow friends that are incarcerated. So let's begin.
Okay, everybody, we're with Lala Rose, all the way in New Orleans.
Water, spirit. Well, not 3 times. Say ether. 1, 2, 3, 4. Your first card is caution in reverse. There's no need to fret. We legalizing more and more and more cities. It's coming to be known that you cannot stop the crop. So you cannot stop how you're going to fly out of those cages like birds, like butterflies. Adaptability in reverse. Adapt or die, that's the life of somebody in the prison system, and you don't have to live that way. We are trying our best to get you out. And when you try your best and when you put your mind together, the universe hears such things. Conscious. You have to be conscious of how the world is changing around you. You have to be also able to harder things for the future. Like the pebbles we're putting aside for commissary for you and others and others and others. Fidelity in reverse. Some people that's in there is realizing that some of their gals ain't worthy. But that's all right. You know what? You're going to find a better gal when you get out of there. Because that's one thing that you realize when you locked up. You find out who real and ain't. Who real and ain't. We really is here for you. Even if sometimes your gal ain't.
Thank you for the cosmic reading.
Release the prisoners.
Yay. Lala. Okay, so Lala gets a... And we're so happy. That's my Dr. Demento whistle there from the old days. Lala gets a little whistle there. Wait, you know what, Lala? Here. So we got some sound effects today. Might as well use them. It's going to be a very...
Hey, Kim.
Yeah. Say thank you. And Kim is doing great today. She might be coming over later. But give Kim the Kim Strong. Everybody do a Kim Strong, okay? Kim Strong. And we're happy to have you, Lala, reading our future, past, present, and future. What was the number 4 card, Lala? What was the number 4 card?
Number 4 card
Was that Fidelity? Was that
Let me go back.
was that Fidelity?
So, that caution was the first card. Fidelity was the fourth card. Yeah.
Okay, so Fidelity
Reverse. It was in reverse.
okay, I'm gonna add my
You learn. Who really there for you? When I was locked up, the only person whether we get along right now or not was my mama. That was the only one sending me commissary and little prayers and this and that. You find out who truly there for you. And sometimes your chick slide on you when you in there 18 months, 2-3 years, especially behind a crime that's petty or ain't even worthy to be sitting in there for.
Well, I'm so happy that that we can work out our laundry here on Weeds Day. We can hang our laundry out. Fidelity to me is also clarity, like high fidelity, like the clearness that we hear, that we're listening. So everybody, just listen this week to the prisoners that are still in jail. Listen to your heart. Listen to people today online here. We're gonna Russell, are you still with us? Okay, Russell, you still with us? Unmute, Russell. There you go.
Still here, brother.
We know you got to leave mid show here, so come on up, Russell, and say hi to Lala. And you guys chat for a minute. So tell Lala what's going on in Louisiana and.
I'm in Dallas, sweetheart.
You're in Dallas? I'm from the Dallas area. I'm from Course County, country bumpkin. But I escaped and I got to New Orleans and I hit a few portals. Boom, 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 and I got where I needed to get.
I always enjoy New Orleans living up there. I actually helped the people evacuate the bad hurricane when I was working for American Airlines because I speak a little bit of French.
Oh, that's good.
I used to go down there. I used to go down and kick it in what was it? At O'Brien's and places. Back when I drank. I don't drink anymore. I use cannabis and psilocybin.
Yeah, I'm working on that.
Lala, I got a question for you, Lala.
Mm-hmm.
You ready?
Yeah.
Put the tobacco out and go with green on my show. On my show. Come on, do it up, girl. Okay. There we go. Okay. So Russell, welcome. Russell, I'm gonna put you on a bigger screen with me here. Let's do some Russell for a minute, everybody. Yeah, we're all good. So Russell, tell us a little bit about how you're feeling and why nobody should be in jail for something that has helped you get back to your standard of living.
I am back up and living again because of the wonderful plan. And I don't think nobody should be in jail when they can use that plan to help people and do something that what I'm doing. I'm a walking billboard for the benefits of cannabis. And I'm screaming it to the world. But on another point, you're right. Nobody belongs in jail for a plant. Here in Texas, a lot of people go to jail for a gram, 2 grams. But here in Texas, we've been fighting for a long, long time. But we've come a long way. But we need to go further. And next time you talk to Edwin, tell him nosotros pensar en él, because we're thinking about it.
Edwin and I and Randy Lanier may be able to get to. I may be able to get to him. I'm filling out the forms this week and getting Randy Lanier, who is with Freedom Grow, and we're so excited to have them on the team.
I remember Randy. He's got a hell of a story, doesn't he?
Yeah, he was a. Oh yeah, his book is out and it's bestseller on Amazon. He was a rookie He was a rookie of the year at IndyCar.
Well, he's on Netflix too. His I think it's as fast as I can go, something about that. But it tells his story great. I mean, and it gives a different aspect for cannabis because he was doing it to keep his habit going. But I mean, think of all the people that Medicine Health that he smuggled in. But he was smuggling a lot of it in that ship.
I
He's a
had
hero in my book, brother.
I had a friend that came out, and he was very rainbow and very boisterous, and I'll play his interview that I did at Hempfest about 6 or 8 years ago. He's no longer with us, and his actual name is escaping my mind, but he was a prison inmate for years, and he was in for like, that one group of cannabis activists that are ex-prisoners. They have a group called 40 Tons. Well, he was in for a lot. And so, when Jeff Mazansky, who's in our poster here, and I filmed him, that photograph is from inside the prison. He was in for 2.5 grams, less than a joint, in an envelope, gave it to somebody, and they handcuffed him. It was a setup. And that was when 3 strikes or does anybody know on this board? Adam, do you know if 3 strikes is still happening? You're muted, Adam.
We don't have 3 strikes here in Michigan. I think they got rid of it.
I think it's done, period. I don't think they have it anymore.
I think they got rid of it in California because they figured out they couldn't afford it.
Right.
Because now you got everybody going for a third time because they've all committed 2 other nonsensical crimes.
Right. I mean, you get a federal crime for, like, I heard I was reading the Crazy Almanac one day about 25 years ago, and they said you got arrested or you got a fine for having a mosquito larva pool in some state, New Hampshire or something, and in your front yard. And did they pay somebody to go around to see if you had mosquito larvae? But this weed, let's bring our prisoners home. Let's do our concert, everybody. Follow us. Send us the dough. We're going to be getting all of our portals set up and everything. Rodimus is my co-producer, formerly known as Grasshopper, and sometimes as Weed Hopper. So, Russell, say hello to Adam at Hash Bash.
Hey, brother. I'm looking forward to meeting you in person.
Oh, I'm looking forward too, man. I appreciate it.
We're going to come together, Adam. We're going to have you on our board of directors soon for our party. I got Vivian from Hempfest. I've got a bunch of people that we're organizing so we can make it happen, and we can get Snoop and Willie Nelson before Willie checks out to get the children in the concert zone. We want to do our stadium concert at Oakland Coliseum, and the people in California say that they're going to be doing an event, weed event in Oakland this year, and it's going to help us. They're going to push the Oakland Coliseum towards us because of their efforts. So if we all join together, we keep our community good, just like my shirt, we can have another photo of all of us helping to end prohibition in our lifetime.
Yes. I also want to add, before I go to physical therapy, I want to get cannabis in the bodybuilding and powerlifting competitions and start advertising in some of these contests, because now cannabis is mainstream. Okay, we've come a long way since I was a bodybuilder, because I had a lot about using cannabis. Remember? I have a lady friend in Canada, and she does 420 yoga.
Did you say Canada?
Canada. Thank you, RP. We got RP on the line. But yes, she does 420 yoga, everybody. I mean, just think about it. Think about it. We can start putting the hemp and the cannabis and hopefully psilocybin real soon, and other entheogens and psychedelics. But we can start putting our brand on these contests, and they have big followings. I mean, anybody follow the Arnold Classic? I mean, they're asking me. I've come back so far. They're asking me to come back and compete in the old Masters handicap division. Well, I still have to connect you, Russell, with my buddy who's the vegan bodybuilder, and he's huge and beautiful. Not just in public, but he's huge. He's bulked up. but he's the vegan bodybuilder. That's what he goes by, and he wrote a book on it. So we'll get you connected.
Can help bodybuilders because bodybuilders can't drink alcohol. It'll fuck up. It'll screw up their diet. But every time I did a contest, what kept me sane and kept me going was cannabis, and I had to use it secretly. So now we need to get the bodybuilders, because remember, and me and you will remember this because it was in the 70s, but remember in pumping iron, what does Arnold do?
Oh,
He
yeah.
pumps joint. Yeah. Arnold, I know him. He's coming mit der Deutsche sprechen. Now?
It's a big secret for y'all family. I'm crazy as a motherfucker. I'm not gonna tell you all my diagnosis. That's too much information. But when I smoke this shit, it calms down all my people. You feel me? It calms down all my people.
Oh, yeah. My wife loves it because when I get angry, my pacemaker shocks me. And she'll see me getting angry or about something. And like the other day, the dog came in and was chasing my chickens. And she's like, go smoke. First thing she said, go smoke. Hammer, go smoke. And I will go. I will fire up the ball.
Well, that's
But
really.
anyways, I think we should introduce, and I'm going to do this, okay, guys? So on the following weeks and the following shows, I'm going to start approaching National Physique Committee, the IFBB, because we need to talk about this. Bodybuilders use cannabis religiously because
maybe we can white label Nana's drink, which is a CBD and a THC drink, soda, Nana's soda, who she's been on the show before. And Canna Nurse knows her very well, Jeannie. And we can white label them for.
I think Russell, you would be a great spokesman for that. And I think that the other bodybuilders would totally love you, as they probably already do, many of them.
To come out of the closet.
I feel that there's a good thing going on there, Russell. So I support you. I'm rooting for you, man.
Good brother.
Do it. You can do it. You can do it.
I love it. Okay. I'm going to hit physical therapy, guys. You all have a wonderful week. I look forward to seeing you next Wednesday. Peace.
Would you like to do a three photo? Let's do our 3 photo, everybody. Okay, everybody. I'm going to get ready. Okay, at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, goodbye, Russell. Thank you so much.
Adios, amigos. Dish.
Ham Parade. Peace out. Okay, that was our weed bodybuilder there. 420 yoga and 420 bodybuilding is.
You've got this beautiful woman here with this beautiful microphone, with this beautiful background, with beautiful hair. You've got to get her on now, Jeffrey.
Okay, I just felt the Kundalini rise, everybody. So that's a new strain, Kundalini 4, and so Kundalini 4, come on.
Bitching, Jeff. Your shirt is bitching.
Okay, bitching. So come on, Jeannie, and welcome yourself. Unmute yourself and say, hey, tell us what's going on. There she comes. Up, you're still muted. There you go. Nope, you're still muted.
Yeah, I've learned technology. How about that?
Okay. Come on, Jeannie. We're so glad that you have a new office and studio, and you got space to put up some posters and everything. You're rocking the technology.
Well, the patients are still suffering, and people are still not realizing that this is medicine, and they need to understand that all cannabis is medicinal. The side effect, if you will, is recreational. There are so many benefits, and to be locked up away from society, away from family members because of something that can possibly save your life, protect you, heal you, give you joy and comfort, it's an outrage. Our country needs us to stand up and be there for one another more than ever before. And we need to understand that the days of locking people up and throwing away the key is something so wonderfully good for them, and that these people could be doing such wonderful things in society. The creative threshold is only for us to find out what's available. So yeah, absolutely. Russell, how can we say enough about you, championing you all the way, and everyone and anyone that thinks that cannabis should, nobody should be locked up for it. Come on board. I did invite several people, and I do hope that we get a chance to see their happy, shiny faces. I'd like us to be aware of Tessa Bryce, whose son is Mercy, Mursy. She's one of the canna moms that went to Colorado to save her child's life. She has an incredible story, and I'd like people to be aware that she just might be coming on the show. Nana, you mentioned her sodas. I'm actually working on a soda with her. So I can't wait to have the Weeds Day maybe out there soon, or working on that as well.
We could white label a Weeds Day cocktail, mocktail, and then have it at our charity fundraiser.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And Joe Chronic, I gave a shout out to him, and I asked him to come on the show as well. If you don't know Chronic Mag, everybody, check out the links at the end of the show. And welcome, everyone. Thank you for being here, and please do your part to help.
Jeannie, did you give them all the code to get in? The code?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
Okay, we'll see if they come on.
We'll see what happens.
Why don't you say hello to Solo Breezy, our youngster in the Solo? Come on up onto the main screen and say hi to Jeannie. Let's have you both on.
Grand Rising, fellow stoners. Good to see everybody.
Hi, Wednesday.
We're so glad to have you back. Say hey to Jeannie.
Hi, Jeannie.
Hi, Solo. Good to have you back. We missed those quotes.
No worries. Always have quotes on hand.
Hey. So you got a quote for us today?
Yep. Quoted by Unknown. Plenty of people miss their share of happiness, not because they never found it, but because they never stopped to enjoy it.
Well, hemp parade. Let's all think about that for a while, or for the rest of the day. Can you read that again so everybody can take some time to put it in their brain?
Mm-hmm. Again, quoted by the great Unknown. Plenty of people miss their share of happiness, not because they never found it, but because they never stopped to enjoy it.
Wow, that's really a good one. You know, they're all pretty good. You know, we just have to sometimes, when we get a quote, think about it and act on it. What's our favorite quote from WEEDSDAYS that Jack used to say when he was up on stage and alive walking the planet? At the count of 3, hemp hooray! You know. So thank you, Solo. And Solo, what's your dream?
My dreams, I just want to work with cannabis and work in the cannabis industry and smoke weed with cool people. All the cool fellow stoners, pretty much.
Hey, well, you got a room full of them today, and we adore you, man. We're so
happy. On my own island. That's my dream.
Have our own island.
Refugee.
Okay, we'll get everybody out and have a concert on our private island there. So that's really beautiful. And
a documentary.
And Solo, you know, the lady that Mama Bear who brought you to our show, say hello to one of your closest mates, Crazy Pop Mom.
Smoky a bowl for you, Solo. Cheers.
What a show, you guys. What a show. We can smoke out on my show now. And just don't bring
see, it should be legal everywhere like it is where I live in Ontario, because there's no reason why it's legal here, not legal there. Legal here, not legal there. And what still blows my mind is, how is it still those people in jail in the place that said it's legal? Like, this baffles my mind. So we're still working on that. So that is why we do the show. So just be patient with us the way we are patient with all the laws and the rules because we all have to have patience or we go bananas trying to figure out what they're talking about and what their brain is thinking because they're clearly not thinking, right?
Did
These
anybody
people could be working and doing stuff and taking care of their elderly or whatever they would be doing in their regular lives, and now they're not able to do that. It just doesn't make any sense.
Did
There's
any-
so many people that could be useful and they're in jail.
did anybody ever smoke a banana?
No, I've never smoked out of fruit.
When I was in 5th grade, and
Oh.
I was in a combined 5th and 6th grade class. And
But one cigar.
when I was in a 5th and 6th grade class, there was a kid who brought in a science project. He was a 6th grader. I was a 5th grader. This is in 1971 or 2, and his science project was a water pipe. He brought in a water pipe, and what did he have in it to smoke was banana peels, dried banana peels. So I
Dried
think
banana peels were pretty popular in the 70s as a concept, and whether people used them or not, it's like palm leaves today. You know, the industry is just loaded with this palm stuff that's grown, and it's not tobacco. It's not, unhealthy for you as much as papers or any other substance. And it fascinates me that there's difference in qualities of papers. That alone just, if you're old enough, you remember the Tops pack that came with the Tops rolling papers.
Right.
Those things are like cardboard compared to the see-through paper you can get nowadays. I mean, I find that's one of the things I find interesting about the whole weed marijuana concept is that most of the world doesn't smoke marijuana, wouldn't know what it was if you asked for it. Most of the world smokes hashish, and that's to me fascinating that we're so different. That we smoke the flower, we appreciate the flower, we appreciate the concentrates, but we actually have learned to appreciate the flower and all parts of it.
It's amazing. It's amazing the different ways and that we grow up and the different cultures, the different pipes, the different. I mean, what's I was in, I think, Oakland or somewhere down south in California, or maybe it was in Amsterdam, smoking a hookah, a legal.
Oh yeah.
A hookah.
Hookah's real big in the states that allow hookah pipe, hookah bars, because you can smoke weed inside of those places. They generally won't say anything to you. So all of a sudden, this hookah concept is taken over in the weed game, and I'm in Detroit, so we also have a lot of cultural folks that smoke hookah. We have the largest Arab population outside of the Middle East, Detroit. So it's just one of those things that hookah bars around here are popular. You can't smoke tobacco in a building in a lot of places.
I had like a flavored hookah. I had like blueberry hookah or something.
Right.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of flavors.
I went to the bar and you'd order. I mean, why don't we have canna bars that are we got green taxis that come and get you, and pick you up and take you home, and tomorrow you'll get your car. We just have to integrate it, everybody. Come on. Hookah bars
There's
are
no way
illegal.
for the government to make any money off of that.
Well,
Michigan has a license for consumption lounges, and there isn't one open successful consumption lounge in the state. There have been a few that have opened, but they've all closed because A, you have to have your own dispensary next door, otherwise you're not going to make any money. B, they wrote the law in such a way that selling food and all of that at one of these places is very difficult. I'm only 55 years old, so I'm a kid compared to some people that are in the game. But I can remember being 17, 18, 19 years old and going to bars in Detroit. And if you wanted to smoke a joint, you just smoked a joint in the back of the bar. it was a different type of place for us.
Well, that's Amsterdam. That's Amsterdam.
No, that was Detroit.
No, but it's like Amsterdam.
Similar, but you couldn't buy weed everywhere.
Right.
It wasn't necessarily a guy like, so modern Amsterdam is like Walmart. But in the old days of Amsterdam, there was a guy sitting somewhere in the bar who had generally a menu printed up, and that's where you bought your weed. You went and found that guy out sitting somewhere in this coffee shop. It only became,
Well, I was in the red district, and I went into bars in Amsterdam, and they had chalkboards with flavors,
Right.
and you'd roll it with tobacco with a little filter, and it was excellent, and you were careful with driving and or walking, or you just got on a freaking bus. Everything takes a little bit of noggin, up here, everybody. Smoke your weed responsibly, everybody. That's from
Dorothy
Marie
even
Gaines,
if you're,
PR,
even if you're
HQB
irresponsible, there
WK.
doesn't seem to be much damage.
Hang
I
on,
mean, yeah,
Dorothy.
I burned holes in my.
Hang on. Hang on. Hey, everybody, I just got Dorothy that came on. Say hello to Dorothy, everybody. I see you waving, but say hello to
Hey,
Dorothy.
Hey,
Hi,
Dor-
Dorothy. Dorothy,
Hey.
hi there. How
How
are
are
you,
you?
Dorothy?
I love you too.
How you feeling, Dorothy?
I'm here. That's all I can say.
And how has marijuana helped your life? What's the deal?
I wish it could stay help my life. It helped some of my family life, that's for sure.
Right. And you got somebody in jail? You got your son in jail still?
Yeah, my son is in jail and his daughter's in the hospital.
Son is in jail, daughter's in the hospital. That's the story we want to get rid of, everybody. Come to our concert and listen to Dorothy. And I've got some of Crazy Pop Mom's her trays right here, handmade. They're $420, everybody, on my. So go to relief-foundation.com. Find her trays. Dorothy lost her electricity last year, and when we were doing our pledge, and I pledged to raise $420 through each tray to give straight over to Dorothy. I'll save $1 for telephone, but we want to help Dorothy. We want to help the prisoners. God bless you, Dorothy.
God bless you all, and y'all have a safe. I mean, the power bill and all. These people just got to do something.
We're pulling for you.
Huh?
I said we're pulling for you.
Thank you. Is that
Sell those
Kim?
trays and get that money to you.
Is that Kim?
No, but Kim,
No, it's Crazy Pop Mom.
it's Crazy Pop Mom.
Hi, Crazy Pop Mom.
Hi,
Oh, yeah,
sweetheart. We haven't forgotten about you.
Oh yeah, I just got some serious issues going on.
Yeah, I hear that. I'm sorry to hear that it just keeps getting to be something. There's
Oh
got to
yeah.
be a light at the end of this tunnel for Dorothy. We've got to make that happen for her. She needs some relief.
Everybody buy a tray. Come on to Jeff's relief-foundation.org. There's a link right there. You can buy one of her trays. And I'm not giving a discount. I want everybody to, if you can only donate to us, then donate. And
let's talk about the value of these trays.
Okay.
Each one of these has been handmade by Crazy Pop Mom.
Right.
Puts her love, her talent, her time, her heart and soul into these. And when you buy one of these and you use it to clean your stems and seeds, if you got seeds, and you making it nice for your smokable, whatever method you use, you know that you're actually using a tool that has been created for you by an artist. It's not just something off the shelf. It's a custom-made work of art that is also functional. So it's totally worth a $420 contribution, and that contribution will
You're
go.
not giving it to us. You're
Right.
giving
It
it
goes-
to the prisoners and their families
And
Dorothy
and
and all the
Dorothy.
issues. Yes.
That's
This is
exactly-
all on the website. So if you have any questions, the website will tell you detail to detail what we're doing with the money, but it's not coming back to me. I just wanted to make that very, very clear. That was not my intentions. I sent them just to help out.
Dorothy, what do you think?
Right.
That's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing that you did.
And Dorothy, what's your dream?
My dream is to one day fight for others as I've always done and not have to have these problems.
Amen. Well, we're going to put Dorothy in our hearts, everybody. Come on, I'm going to bang you, everybody. Wait. Let's give a little whistle. So that's a whistle to bring everybody in to help us. If we sell one tray, that'll help Dorothy for several months, everybody. $1 helps, $10 helps, $5 helps, $420 helps. So help us help Dorothy. And Dorothy, do you get to meet and talk to your son?
Well, I talked to him on the phone.
And how long has he been in?
14 years.
Oh my God. Just think, I was with a 14-year-old the other day. He says, I'm going to be 15, Jeffrey. I want to get my driver's license. And I said, what kind of car are we going to fix up for you? A truck or this or that? And his eyes got big. And just think, Dorothy's son, everybody, has been in jail for the length of this child's life. So put it together, everybody. Get the puzzle pieces, just like on Adam's jacket, the puzzle pieces, put them together and figure out that the cannabinoids are in your brain, are in your heart, are in your body, and nobody should have, I mean, we should not have marijuana illegal and Dorothy's child in jail anymore. So let's free Leonard Peltier. Let's free all the cannabis prisoners. Let's have a charity concert. And Dorothy, we're going to put you to down for a minute. Thank you. You're welcome to stay and listen to the show. Everybody, that was Dorothy. Let's see if we can get a little bit of. So we got a little bit of applause for Dorothy. Why don't we go to the news now, unless somebody has something to say? Rodimus, were you going to say something?
Oh yeah, I just want to say that something about your microphone today is actually suppressing your little sound effect, and also we didn't hear the applause either. So your little sound effect thing just goes whoop. We hear like 1 split second of it, and it doesn't. It somehow gets muted by the software that is your recording software.
Okay, let me see if I have the wrong microphone on. Thank you for finally getting there. Hang on, let's get my microphone figured out here. Let's see. So say, oh, there you go. I've had bad mic.
Also, your mic level. Your level has been.
Hang on. Boom. Boom. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay.
Fire whistle thingy. See if that works. That'll be the test.
There you go.
It gets cut off. It gets cut off after it starts.
Oh, that's weird. Okay, we'll figure that out. But in the meantime, we do have a lot of whoop whoop woo for Dorothy and for, you know, I'll say it in my voice. And let me be the one you come running to. Okay. And let's not break up, just so we can make up, everybody. So
you want me to do the news, Jeffrey?
Yeah, we'll do the news. Let me get
That's an idea.
let me get the let me share screen, and we're gonna get to the news right now, everybody. I'm gonna share screen with everybody. Boom. And okay, here we go. We're gonna get to the news right now. Everybody, the news. Okay, so we're gonna go right there, and we're gonna go up here. Boom.
You know, I don't need the intro, Jeffrey. It's okay.
Yeah, but we like the intro. So we're gonna go Canada News. Here we go. Yeah, now we got the news with RP and
Who's that lady?
Yeah.
that's the Canada News lady.
Okay, very good. I thought I was the Canada News guy. Okay, so listen, all that grandiose introduction is something that I personally don't need, but Jeffrey, you know, you put that together, so that's very sweet. Okay, here goes. Republicans in Kentucky want to make it legal to kill homeless people who come onto your property. Just the homeless. A new Republican-backed bill in the Kentucky legislature has been accused by critics of trying to legalize deadly physical force against the homeless in certain scenarios. The bill is dubbed the Safer Kentucky Act, but officially known as HB 5. It was introduced in the Kentucky legislature last week by Republican State Representative Jared Bauman and has already garnered 52 co-sponsors, with a vote set to take place next week. The bill includes a sweeping number of provisions, but critics of it have put a particular spotlight on its anti-homeless measures. HB 5 includes provisions that deem the use of force justifiable against a homeless person camping on their property if they believe that criminal trespass, robbery, or, quote, unlawful camping is occurring on said property. Going further, the bill also deems, quote, deadly physical force, unquote, justifiable if a defendant believes a homeless individual is attempting to dispossess or rob them of their property or committing arson. While introducing the bill, Bauman defended its provisions and insisted that HB 5 is intended to focus, quote, on accountability for serious criminal behavior. Critics, meanwhile, have warned that it will result in unnecessary violence and death. Speaking at the same gathering where Bauman introduced the bill, Louisville Councilwoman Shameka Parrish Wright warned that HB 5 could essentially criminalize poverty. Well, let's see. Louisville is the most violent city in Kentucky with a rate of 6.9 violent crimes per 1,000 residents, according to a 2023 report. While Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg stressed that a solution is needed, he also cast doubt on whether HB 5 is the bill to do so. So let's hope that doesn't take it.
Is that absurd? Is that absurd?
Slightly. So here's some news that Freedom Grow provided us with. So I'm going to read something that Freedom Grow has on their website, and we're going to share their news with us because it's all relevant. On December 22nd, President Biden announced that he would be expanding the cannabis pardons from last year. We heard about this earlier. Some interesting new information here too. This will benefit people with simple possession and consumption of marijuana. Well, this is great news. It does not help anyone on our outreach list. People who are incarcerated on the federal level are not charged with simple possession or consumption. There are no federal prisoners with simple possession charges. President Biden stated, quote, too many lives have been upended because of our failed approach to marijuana. That's the president talking. It's time that we right these wrongs, he said. Freedom Grow wishes that the president would consider those people on our outreach list and immediately release them immediately from federal prison and send them home to their families. Regardless of the announcement, we still have people who are serving life sentences for cannabis. We have too many people on our outreach list who have been incarcerated for multiple decades. This amount of time may sound crazy, especially looking at the facts. Our cannabis prisoners never hurt anyone. Therefore, why should they be incarcerated for so long? Our loved ones behind bars watch rapists, pedophiles, and murderers come and go while they stay shackled. We at Freedom Grow believe that cannabis is a victimless crime, therefore it should never result in incarceration. We urge the president to honor his campaign promise and release all federal cannabis prisoners. But here's some good news. Freedom Grow has some good news. Alfredo Gutierrez has finally walked out of prison after serving over 16 years for cannabis. According to the BOP, Alfredo will serve time in a halfway house before returning to his family. Renee Izaguirre was also finally released to a halfway house, and Betty Jenkins was released after serving her 10-year sentence. Betty is in the process of being deported to Canada. The bad news is the rest of the people on our outreach list are still sitting in prison serving time for cannabis, such as Edwin Rubis, who is currently working on his 27th year of incarceration. That is the good and the bad, folks, for this week, episode 190 of WEEDSDAYS. And I'm Rodimus, your faithful correspondent.
We're here at episode 191, honey. And so
191. I sit corrected on my derriere.
So on your derriere, that first spot that you read, Rodimus, was very interesting. I found that, and I wanted to share that with our folks today for the absurdity of laws out in the universe that just like, was that actually true that you're gonna be able to shoot somebody if they're on your property?
It's a proposed law. It's a proposed law. It's what some part of the legislature in that area wants to have happen. It doesn't have to pass. doesn't sound like the mayor is too interested in it. So it probably won't
It's
pass.
still absurd. This whole
Absurdity
thing.
written all over it, as absurdity written all over it. But the thing is, why bother spending money and creating bills that don't address the actual problem? Part of the problem of homelessness is poverty, jobs, and also addiction. And there's a lot of addiction in the homeless population too. And why can't there be treatment for addiction to get people into halfway houses so they can, get back to their lives again?
Exactly.
So.
And the Freedom Grow stories, we're going to have some of those people on in the next few weeks, everybody. So keep tuning in to us. We're going to have the prisoners that just came out. We always do. We can get them through Freedom Grow. And don't forget that this is episode 191. Thank you, Rodimus, for reading the news and for being on board, for helping us with our movie night. Can you tell anybody, can you tell us a little bit about our movie night and our little fundraiser?
Sure. It would be great if you could somehow blow that flyer up, because it's got some really cool things there. There's a couple of films that you guys know Paul. Paul has been on the show several times. He's got glasses, a very soft-spoken, nice man. Well, he spent 20 years helping to support and actually acts. He has a role in this really cool film, and it's called, really tiny print, The Green Goddess Movie. And it's about some growers, a group of really cool growers who are growing some great marijuana. I don't want to give any spoilers away here. There it is. Thank you, Jeffrey. And The Green Goddess Movie. And they get some cosmic help with their marijuana field. So that's kind of cool. And it's a very warm-hearted, very sweet movie. It's got some really good special effects in it, because some really high-end special effects artists donated some time and worked on it as well. So it is actually quite an excellent, very entertaining film. I was pleasantly surprised.
It's almost like a current Cheech and Chong movie, almost.
Yeah, it's certainly in that direction. It's certainly Canada friendly, and there's a lot of people I think would have a really great time coming to see it. So we're having a screening of this at a movie theater in Jeff's town of Port Townsend, and that's also to raise money. It's a charity fundraiser, as it says, and there's a little picture of Jeff Mazansky. It's kind of hard to see on our screens here, but there's a little picture of Jeff Mazansky. It says 3 grams equals 26 years, but he's been freed. The little letters next to his head there say freed. So that's awesome. And then my little tagline is at the very bottom underneath the website. It says the karma of the cannabis industry will never be right until every non-violent prisoner is out of jail. So that's what it says at the very, very bottom there, which is impossible to read right now. But anyway, so that's our little movie night that Jeff is helping put together in Port Townsend. And this is the stepping stone. This is how we're making the next concert, which is a medium-sized concert, a reality, is by raising money and awareness from this screening. And then we take that second show, and then that becomes the big show that Jeff's been talking about for a while. And we've got a lot of things in the works in the background there that I can't talk about right now, but there's a lot of good things happening. The ball is rolling. It's not just yakety yak, it's actually rolling. And Jeff made that happen by talking about it every day on this show, every week rather. And I joined forces a while back, and we've been brainstorming, and we've got some really good people who are getting on board now. And it's going to be it's already rolling. It's already rolling. The big show, not yet, but these are the stepping stones. And so it's happening. So thanks for everybody's support and showing up here week after week after week. I mean, Canna Nurse, Crazy Pop Mom, Solo, you guys have been like stalwarts here every week with us, and it's really, really wonderful. I want to thank from the bottom of my heart. Thank you three. And Adam, thank you for showing up now semi-regularly. You're a great voice too. You speak so well about the movement and the history. You're an OG as well, and so it's really, this is a little side movement associated with the other movements, that are already happening. But we're going to do a awareness raising event. This is a audience participatory thing to get more people to realize that there is still this dangling, embarrassing thing in the marijuana world. People sitting in jail who have been in there for years and years, and they need to come out. So that's why, that's Jeff's mission, and I'm just here to help him, and you guys are all showing up to help him too. So Everybody give each other a round of applause.
Yeah,
go
because
ahead.
I was trying to explain to somebody what we do, and they were like, but they let 300,000 prisoners out. And I was like, yeah, what about everybody else? Okay, great. But what about everybody else? Like, there's a reason why we're still fighting. So what about them? I get that. Ooh, yes, I
It's the
understand.
hypocrisy of it. So
But, right, exactly. So what made those people more special other than the other ones that we're still fighting for? But I was like, what do you mean? I get that they got some people out. Yay, kudos. But unless they get everybody out for the same reason that they let those ones out, it's not fair. It's still not fair. And they're not seeming to get that. Even like while we're talking to them, they're not getting it.
We're getting
Hard
the
not
word
to
out.
yell
This
at
is the-
them.
this is
We-
the whole
we-
point. Whole
we
point.
are getting the word out, but the legislators who make the laws or the rules to the laws, they don't seem to understand how important it is that, you know, you're letting thousands of people out, but you're keeping a couple in. What you let more weight out than you got sitting in there. If you're looking at the crimes that were committed, they let hundreds of thousands of people out that represented tons and tons of weed, but they got guys who, you know, had 20 pounds, 40 pounds sales, whatever, and they're keeping them for 20, 30 years. The hypocrisy of it makes no sense.
Well, and just like Leonard Peltier, he's been in jail for 49 years. They've never proven him to have committed that crime. 49 years.
He did commit that crime. If he committed that crime, he would have been up for parole, and they would have paroled him by now.
Well, yeah, if murder gets 14 years for good behavior.
What? Depends where you're at. Michigan, you don't get any good time.
What? Solo, you got something to say? So, Solo, unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, Solo. You got your hand up.
Yeah. I also think I wanted to know more if you guys could explain some more about the government trying to deschedule cannabis into here in America, specifically into the Tier 3 section, of taking it off of the one. Schedule 3, and I wanted to know more about is that a good thing or a bad thing? I want to know more information about it because I hear a lot of different opinions on it, and I'm trying to understand if that's a good thing or bad thing for the cannabis community across the nation here in the U.S.
I'll give you my opinion real quick. I've been fighting for weed for 30 years. I always knew that big pharma was going to get involved. I would have been happy if Marlboro gotten involved 20 years ago. We'd be a lot farther ahead than we are today. Trust me.
What did you got to say about Schedule 3, though?
Well, right. But so now we're to the point where the government has to do something. And they've already approved Schedule 2 and the Schedule 3 drug, but it's not on the schedule. There's 2 drugs that are legal in America, and they're on 2 and 3 Schedule 3. And they need to put it there. The problem is it should be descheduled. It shouldn't be part of any schedule.
They should re-legalize it.
There is no reason to have any federal control over this unless you start talking the interstate commerce issue and taxation, which is what is their game, of course, is they want to be able to tax it, and they can't figure out how. And just to add, I did come across a headline that said 1/3 of marijuana consumers would return to illicit market if reschedule restricts access to pharmacies. Because in some places, the only place you can get it is pharmacies. But that's something that Schedule 3 would do, is mean that you could only buy it from a pharmacist. Schedule 2 also. So
it's a slippery slope. You're right. We should deschedule it and re-legalize it. Then our prisoners come home.
Right.
I mean, right out of the chute, not just like maybe, you know. And like I said, Leonard's been in for 49 years. We need compassionate release for some of these elders. He's an elder right now, maybe 80. I don't know. The bottom line is that Solo, is that bringing it down from Schedule 1, where it's next to heroin, and cocaine is Schedule 2 already. I mean, bringing it there or
There's
bringing
a
it
medicinal
lower.
use of cocaine.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
We need to deschedule it. So that's a great question, Solo.
And they did suggest a Schedule 5. Was it 5 or 6?
It should be Schedule 0. I mean,
Well, no, they suggested that we put all the cannabinoids in one schedule. I think it was 6. Either way, the federal government doesn't need to be a part of this. Not when you can grow it in your own home and in your own backyard.
without a doubt. And we should go global with this information and this movement. So Solo, do you have a final quote for us? We're going to wrap it up here, everybody. So great to be on episode 191. We've been here for a while, everybody. We're not going away. Solo, you got a last quote for us? Or did he freeze? Did you freeze, Solo? Come on.
Yeah, I have one last quote. Give me a moment to pull it up, and I'll be right with you shortly.
Okay. In the meantime, any final words?
Oh, no, just on I like the quotes, but I used to carry Harry Anslinger quotes in my pocket so that I could, no matter where I was, I could read the hypocrisy and the ridiculousness and use some language that just freak people out.
Reefer Madness.
Yeah, to show them real reefer madness and how it started out and what used to be and how we got where we are today.
Amazing. Okay, Solo, you got it? Unmute yourself.
Yeah, today the last closing quote is be who you are, be who you don't want to be, and continue to be the change.
Okay, was that Gandhi?
No, that was just me.
Oh,
okay.
Okay. Well, everybody, we're going to roll out of here. If anybody has any final words, just say hey. Otherwise, I'm going to share our screen today and give our exit thing. Everyone say hi to Kim. Kim is in transit today. So hi, Kim.
Hi, Kim.
We love you. Okay. You're muted, Canon Nurse. Nope, you're still muted. There you go.
Nope.
One more time. We're going to wait for you. There you go.
Hi, Kim.
There you go. So how high, Kim? How high? So how high can you go, everybody? Smoke responsibly. Vote. We're in the voting section of the season here. Don't give up, everybody. Come to our fundraiser and just know that we're here for you every week. It's Jeff Eichen with episode 191, and I'm going to share my screen with you all. And here we go.
Take care, everyone.
Okay, thanks, everybody. And here we go with episode 191. Boom. So here we go. We'll try it another way. Here we go. Okay. Home. Boom. Boom. Louisiana, one of the dirtiest states for marijuana prisoners. It's hard to be a prisoner in Louisiana. I've requested to go down there and do a photo shoot. Episode 191, everybody. Thank you for joining us today.
Right.
Don't forget to PayPal, Zelle, or Cash App Freedom Grow. Keep in touch with us here at WEEDSDAYS. We are going to be beginning our push for the big concert at Oakland Coliseum. And we're going to start off with a film festival. It's going to be phenomenal and really nice. Paul Stanford's great film. And don't forget NOCO 10. NOCO 10 is coming up in May, and that's in Colorado. Take a break. Come with us. Let's join forces and have a team roll in there. You can find me, you know how, Hemp Parade. And everybody vote for Brady Busby in Arizona. He's my buddy. He was with us. He's on a 420 campaign slogan and march. And we need more people that will just help us to end prohibition. It helped him to survive his ailments, and he believes in weed. So that's Brady Busby. And I'm going to come back for just a second here with everybody. And here we go here. Let's see if I can get us to come back here. Boom, 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 boom. And it's been great to have you. Can you unmute Canna Nurse? Hey, wait.
Yeah, so let's not forget Michael Boris of Las Vegas, also running for Congress.
Oh
And
yeah,
wants to
Michael Boris.
completely deschedule cannabis.
Like I said earlier, everybody get out and vote. It's your right. It's your right to vote. And don't vote in those screaming memes like in Yellow Submarine. We got to eat them. The flowers got to eat them. And just give them flowers and let them become more flower child-like, you know, so we can all end prohibition and be nice to each other. When I did hospice with every single person, I said, what is your final words on the planet? And they all said to me, be nice to each other. That's all I got. Hemp Parade. Thank you, Adam. We'll see you next week if you're around. And yeah, and everybody, this is a great platform to have you. Solo, we're going to get you some dough coming in from the weed industry. And you know, Solo, I believe in October is when everybody's doing harvest. You can power some money if you're good at trimming.
Hey, I'm willing to work on.
And now with dispensaries all around and people growing indoors, maybe there's something locally, you know, that's happening now. Or you can fly to Crazy Pod Mom, and if they're trimming there right now, make a bunch of money and come home. So we love you. We'll try to get you an airplane ticket to go where you can trim. And any ideas for Solo, Adam, give us an idea, give us a shout. We'll tell you about our project. Jeannie, thank you so much. And we have the US Weed channel on our side too. We're going to monetize here one of these days and get some sponsors and some big boys to help us with the concert. Hemp Parade, everybody. It's all I got. And don't forget, Dorothy McGaines, everybody. Come to my site, which is relief-foundation.org. Thank you, everybody. Peace out.
Peace.
That's all I got. So, everybody, I'm going to go back to our ending prohibition here. So, it's Jeff Eichen here on YouTube, and we're so happy that we had a great show today. And don't forget our fundraiser, and we did great today. So, thank you to my partner in crime, Kim Green. We love you, and we honor the walk that we're all doing, including yours, and health and harmony to all my community and to you especially. So don't know why the microphone was cutting out there when I do my little wah wah wah, but it's all I got today. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. Peace out and peace in the Middle East.